Your soulmate is on their way to see you right now. But it's a big secret. My beloved child. Someone is coming toward you at this very moment, carrying a truth that has been hidden far longer than either of you realizes. They have replayed this journey in their mind countless times, wondering if they should turn back before it is too late. Yet today feels different. Something shifted when the sun came up, and a quiet decision settled deep inside their heart. They are no longer running from what they feel. The strange part is that almost no one knows where they are going or why. They have kept this journey wrapped in silence because they fear that if even one person discovers their destination, everything could change before they ever reach you. Don't skip. The next few moments reveal why this secret has remained locked away for so long. The question isn't whether they want to see you anymore. The real mystery is what finally gave them the courage to leave everything behind and start moving in your direction. As every mile passes, memories they tried to bury begin rising back to the surface. Small conversations. Missed opportunities. Words they wish they had spoken before life pulled both of you onto different paths. Each memory makes turning around feel impossible now. But there is another secret hidden beneath all of this, one they have never admitted aloud. Not even to the people closest to them. They believe that meeting you could completely reshape the future they thought was already written. That belief frightens them almost as much as it gives them hope. Stay till the end, because the closer they get, the more unexpected signs begin appearing around them, making them wonder if this meeting was always meant to happen. Yet one unanswered question continues following every step they take. When they finally stand in front of you, will you recognize the person they have quietly become, or will you only remember the one who walked away? Meanwhile, without realizing it, you may already be sensing that something unusual is approaching. Perhaps it feels like an unexplained feeling of anticipation, a sudden memory that appears out of nowhere, or a quiet pull you cannot quite explain. These moments are not answers. They are clues, and every clue points toward a meeting that has remained hidden until now. But the greatest surprise is not simply that your soulmate is coming. It is what they are carrying with them. Inside their pocket rests something they have protected for a long time, something connected to a promise they never stopped believing in, even during the moments when hope seemed impossible. They have told no one it exists because revealing it too soon could change everything before the right moment arrives. Something huge is waiting for you, but the biggest secret has still not been revealed, because the decision they make in the final moments before reaching you could change the entire meaning of this journey. A single unexpected moment changes the entire journey before they are close enough to see you. Just as hope begins to outweigh fear, they receive a message that makes them stop in their tracks. It isn't a threat or a warning, it is a reminder of everything they have spent so long trying to leave behind. For a few silent minutes, they simply stand there, staring at the screen, wondering if they should continue or disappear without a trace once again. Their heart pulls them toward you, but their mind whispers that showing up could reopen old wounds neither of you fully healed. Still, something inside refuses to let them turn around. They fold the message away, take a slow breath, and continue forward. Don't skip. What happens next is something even they never expected, because the closer they come to you, the more impossible it becomes to ignore the strange feeling that this day has been quietly waiting for both of you. Not far from where you are, they pause one last time and reach into their pocket. The small object they have guarded for so long suddenly feels heavier than ever before. It is not valuable because of its price, it matters because of the promise attached to it. Every difficult choice they made, every sleepless night, every moment they almost gave up somehow led back to this single decision. They imagine dozens of different outcomes. What if you smile? What if you look away? What if you have already moved on without ever knowing how deeply they still cared? Those questions shake their confidence, yet they keep walking because living with uncertainty has become more painful than risking the truth. Stay till the end, because another hidden piece of this story is about to surface, and it explains why they stayed silent for far longer than they should have. At the very same time, someone else unexpectedly notices where they are headed. This person has known fragments of the story but never the whole truth, and the realization immediately sparks concern. They quietly consider reaching out, wondering whether they should reveal the secret before your soulmate has the chance to do it personally. If that happens, the carefully planned meeting could unfold in a completely different way. Your soulmate senses none of this. They continue moving closer, unaware that another choice is being made behind the scenes. One that could change the first word spoken when your eyes finally meet. Something huge is waiting for you, but the biggest surprise is no longer about the journey itself. It is about the hidden truth that another person may reveal just moments before your soulmate finally reaches you. The silence breaks in the most unexpected way. Before anyone else can interfere, your soulmate makes a choice they never imagined they would have the strength to make. They silence every distraction, ignore every doubt, and continue forward with only one thought filling their mind: you deserve the truth directly from them. Every step now feels lighter, yet every heartbeat grows louder. Strange memories begin returning with incredible clarity, reminding them of tiny moments they once overlooked, a smile that lingered a second longer, a conversation that ended too soon, a goodbye that never truly felt final. Suddenly, they realize those moments were never ordinary at all. They were quiet signs pointing toward this very day. Don't skip. One final obstacle still stands between the two of you, and neither of you realizes how close everything is to changing forever. Only a short distance remains. They stop beside a familiar place, not because they have lost courage, but because they need one last moment to gather themselves. They close their eyes and imagine what they want to say first. Hundreds of words come and go, yet none of them feel right. Then they understand something surprising: the speech they rehearsed was never what mattered. The honesty in their eyes will say far more than perfect words ever could. For the first time in a very long while, they stop worrying about controlling the outcome. They simply want you to know the truth they have protected for far too long. Stay till the end, because just as they prepare to take those final steps, they notice something that sends a wave of emotion through them, a small sign that convinces them this meeting is happening at exactly the right time. Meanwhile, you remain completely unaware that the distance separating both of you has almost disappeared. Somewhere nearby, your soulmate quietly holds the keepsake they have carried throughout this journey and whispers a promise they have never shared with another soul. No more silence, no more hiding, no more wondering what could have been. But as they finally look ahead, they see something that stops them completely. It isn't fear. It isn't regret. It's an unexpected sight that changes the plan they had carefully imagined from the beginning. Someone reaches you just moments before they can, and what that person says could either open the door to a brand new chapter, or delay the truth one final time. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next moment will reveal whether destiny arrives exactly as planned, or in a way neither of you could have predicted. Everything changes before a single word can be spoken. The person who reached you first doesn't reveal the secret, they simply leave behind one unexpected sentence that lingers in your thoughts that it is brief, almost mysterious, yet impossible to ignore. At that exact moment, your soulmate watches from a distance, wondering if they have already missed their chance. Every emotion they buried begins rushing back at once. Should they step forward now, or wait a little longer? They never planned for anyone else to stand between this moment and the truth they have carried for so long. Yet something inside tells them that rushing could undo everything they have fought to protect. Don't skip. The next decision they make will determine whether this meeting begins with confusion, or complete honesty. A gentle breeze passes between you, carrying an almost familiar feeling that neither of you can explain. Your soulmate notices the expression on your face and realizes something remarkable. You seem to sense their presence even before seeing them. For a few silent seconds, the world around them feels strangely distant, as though every sound has faded away. They tighten their grip on the keepsake in their hand, remembering the promise they made before beginning this journey. No more unfinished stories. No more unanswered questions. But then another realization strikes them. The secret they came to reveal is bigger than they first believed. It isn't only about why they stayed away. It is also about a choice they quietly made weeks ago, a choice that has been shaping this very meeting from the shadows without your knowledge. Stay till the end, because that hidden decision explains why today could never have happened any sooner. Then, without warning, your paths finally begin to cross. There are no dramatic speeches, no perfect cinematic moment, only two people standing within sight of one another, separated by a few quiet steps and countless unspoken feelings. Your soulmate takes one slow breath, ready to close the distance at last. But just before they move, they notice something in your hands that leaves them completely stunned. It is connected to a memory they believed only they still remembered. In that instant, they understand that the bond between you never truly disappeared, it survived in silence, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. Yet the greatest mystery has only grown deeper, because the expression that suddenly appears on your face tells them you may already know a portion of the secret, but not the one that is about to change everything. The moment your eyes finally meet, time seems to lose its meaning. Neither of you speaks. Neither of you needs to. In that quiet exchange, your soulmate realizes that every mile, every hesitation, and every sleepless night has led to this single heartbeat. Yet they also notice something unexpected in your expression. It isn't surprise alone. It is recognition, as though part of you has been waiting for this meeting without ever knowing why. Their carefully rehearsed words disappear completely. Instead of delivering the speech they practiced so many times, they simply take one careful step closer, hoping that honesty will succeed where perfect words never could. Don't skip. What happens in the next few moments reveals why this journey was kept hidden from everyone around you. Slowly, they reveal the keepsake they have protected throughout the entire journey. It is simple, almost ordinary, but the story behind it carries years of unanswered questions. They explain that they nearly let it go more than once, believing the right moment would never arrive. Yet every time they tried, something reminded them of you, a familiar place, an unexpected memory, or a quiet feeling they could never explain. That is why they chose silence instead of goodbye. They wanted their next conversation with you to happen face to face, not through a message or someone else's words. Stay till the end, because just as they begin revealing the truth they have hidden for so long, another realization suddenly changes the direction of the conversation. Your soulmate pauses in the middle of their confession as they notice something remarkable. You are no longer looking at the keepsake, you are looking directly into their eyes with a calmness they never expected. In that instant, they understand that the greatest secret was never the journey itself or the object they carried. The real secret was that both of you had been quietly protecting the same hope, each believing the other had already let it go. A wave of relief washes over them, but before they can finish everything they came to say, one final unexpected detail comes to light. Someone has left behind a message meant for both of you, sealed long before this meeting ever happened. Neither of you knows who wrote it or why it was hidden until today, but opening it may reveal a truth that changes not only this reunion, but everything you thought you knew about how this story truly began. The sealed message rests silently between you, untouched for a few long moments. Neither of you reaches for it immediately, because somehow it feels bigger than a simple note. Your soulmate studies the faded edges of the envelope and realizes it has been waiting far longer than either of you imagined. Every instinct tells them that opening it will answer one mystery, but may create another even greater one. They gently unfold the paper, and the first line instantly steals the breath from both of you. It speaks about timing, about how some journeys cannot begin until fear finally gives way to courage. Your soulmate slowly looks back at you, realizing those words describe everything they have just lived through. Don't skip. The next sentence reveals something neither of you ever expected to hear. As the letter continues, another hidden truth quietly comes into focus. It speaks of all the moments when life seemed to pull you apart, reminding you that distance does not always mean a connection has been broken. Sometimes it simply prepares two hearts to meet with greater understanding than before. Your soulmate's hands tremble, not from fear anymore, but from relief. They finally understand why every attempt to forget you failed. It was never because they were trapped in the past. It was because their heart refused to let go of a future that still hadn't arrived. They smile for the first time without hesitation, and in that smile you see something beautifully different. The uncertainty is gone. In its place stands quiet confidence. Stay till the end, because the final lines of the message contain one last surprise that neither of you saw coming. Then the final page slips free from the envelope, revealing a handwritten sentence unlike the rest. It isn't advice. It isn't a prediction. It is a question left unanswered. If this moment finally arrived, what will you choose together? Silence fills the space once again, but this time it feels peaceful rather than uncertain. Your soulmate folds the letter carefully and places it back into your hands instead of keeping it. That simple gesture says more than any promise ever could. They are no longer asking you to believe their words alone, they are inviting you to write the next chapter beside them. Yet just as both of you prepare to leave together, a familiar voice unexpectedly calls out from behind, carrying a name neither of you has heard in years. The expression on your soulmate's face changes instantly, because they recognize exactly who it is, and they know this unexpected arrival could reveal the final secret that has remained hidden until now. The voice echoes through the quiet air, and both of you turn at the same instant. For a brief moment, no one speaks. Your soulmate's expression shifts from surprise to deep reflection, as though an old chapter they believed had already closed has suddenly reopened. The person standing behind you does not arrive with anger or accusation. Instead, they carry something far more unexpected, a small, carefully protected box that has clearly been waiting to be delivered for a very long time. Your soulmate recognizes it immediately, and the color slowly fades from their face. This is the one thing they never expected to see again. The past has not returned to separate you. It has returned to reveal what was hidden all along. Don't skip. What rests inside that box will explain why your soulmate secretly believed this meeting might never happen. With steady hands, the visitor places the box in front of your soulmate and quietly steps back, saying only one sentence: "It always belonged to both of you." The silence that follows feels heavier than any conversation. Slowly, the lid is lifted, revealing a collection of small memories preserved through the years, a photograph neither of you remembered, a handwritten note that was never sent, and one final item wrapped carefully beneath them all. Your soulmate stares at it in disbelief. They had spent years believing it had been lost forever. In that instant, every unanswered question begins fitting together like pieces of a puzzle. The misunderstandings, the distance, the silence. They were built upon one missing truth that no one had uncovered until today. Stay till the end, because the final discovery inside the box changes not only what your soulmate believed about the past, but also what both of you will decide about the future. As your soulmate gently unwraps the last item, they stop completely. It is not valuable because of what it is valuable because of the promise written beside it in familiar handwriting: "When the time is finally right, let love arrive without fear." A quiet smile appears on your soulmate's face, one filled not with excitement alone, but with peace they have searched for through countless uncertain days. They look at you with renewed confidence, knowing there are no more secrets left to hide. Or so it seems. Just as both of you begin walking forward together, your phone unexpectedly vibrates with a new message from an unknown sender. The preview contains only 7 chillingly mysterious words: "You still don't know the whole story yet." Your soulmate sees the message too, and the look in their eyes reveals that this unexpected chapter is only the beginning of an even greater truth waiting to unfold. The message appears so suddenly that neither of you moves for several seconds. Your soulmate reads those 7 words again, searching for a clue hidden between them, but the sender's identity remains a mystery. They quietly ask to see the entire message, hoping another detail might explain why it arrived at this exact moment. There is nothing else. No name. No explanation. Just a silence that feels strangely familiar. Then your soulmate whispers something they have never admitted before: "There was always one final piece of the story that I could never understand." Until now, they believed it no longer mattered. But seeing those words changes everything. Instead of walking away together immediately, both of you realize the journey has one last destination. Don't skip. The answer you've been waiting for has been closer than anyone imagined. Together, you begin retracing the path that brought you here, not because you're looking for the past, but because you're searching for the truth hidden inside it. Your soulmate starts noticing details that once seemed meaningless, a place where an important conversation ended too soon, a bench where a promise was almost spoken, a quiet corner where fear won over honesty. Suddenly, one memory returns with perfect clarity. Someone had tried to tell them the truth years ago, but they were too distracted to listen. That forgotten moment now becomes the missing key to everything. Stay till the end, because your soulmate is about to uncover why every delay, every misunderstanding, and every unexpected turn kept leading back to this single day. The secret was never meant to stay hidden forever. It was waiting until both of you were finally ready to understand it.